अब देखो फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग स्टॉलिंग स्पीड किया था, स्टॉलिंग स्पीड, ठीक है। हमने इसमें फॉर्मूला लिखा था लिफ्ट Vs is proportional to under root 1 upon CL max, यही था। Means if your CL max increases, stalling speed reduces. So first factor was mass. मास बढ़ेगा, वेट बढ़ेगा, तो आपका लिफ्ट रिक्वायर्ड क्या होगा? यू नीड मोर लिफ्ट, सो स्टॉलिंग स्पीड वुड बी मोर। सो मास बढ़ेगा आपका, Vs बढ़ेगा। एंड व्हाट वाज द इक्वेशन? Vs न्यू इक्वल टू Vs ओल्ड इनटू अंडर रूट वेट न्यू अपॉन वेट old first. Second was load factor. Load factor is equal to load factor means lift upon weight था, lift upon weight in straighten level lift is equal to weight, so load factor is 1. When you initiate a turn, lift is this, currently lift is this, so your lift is equal to weight. When you initiate a turn, this lift vector tilts, right? Now, when this lift vector tilts, the lift dissolve into two components. One is vertical component of lift, other is horizontal component of lift. Means the lift which was acting the completely upward, now it dissolve into two components. So you need more lift. Lift ज़्यादा चाहिए, so stalling speed would be more, right? So load factor, greater the load factor, greater is the stalling speed. Now load factor in a straighten level is 1, but when you turn, load factor is equal to 1 upon cos theta. So load factor in turn equal to 1 upon cos theta. So from here we got one equation, Vs is proportional to under root of n load factor, and from here we got Vs new is equal to Vs old into load factor new upon load factor old. Third, CG position. If our CG was forward, aircraft was flying nose down attitude. So we needed a tail plane to produce downward balancing force. Now tail plane is producing lift downward. Any additional lift will produce additionally reduced drag. So drag is more, stalling speed would be more. So your CG forward increases your Vs. Any kind of contamination on the wing, contamination like icing on the wing or slush, frost, any basically that is deforming the wing shape. So if it is deforming the wing shape, lift produced by the wing would be less. So you need more lift. If you need more lift, stalling speed would be more. So any kind of contamination increases your stalling speed. Next comes your turning हो गया, turn हो गया ना? What else? High lift devices. High lift devices means flaps. Now flaps, any kind of flap increases the lift, means increases the CL max. So if your CL max increases, your Vs reduces. So any kind of flap will reduce your stalling speed. चाहे वो leading edge flaps हो, चाहे वो trailing edge flaps हो. Next is the power on. So we discussed कि when you are power off, there is no thrust. But when you are power on, this thrust vector acts into the left, to the left, with the left. पहले ऐसे thrust ऐसे काम कर रहा है. Now when you have high angle of attack, that thrust vector one will act upward, other will act forward. It will dissolve into two components. So this vertical component of thrust is acting with the lift. So lift ज़्यादा कर दी इसने, तो stalling speed would be less. Lift required कम हो जाएगी. So power on stalling speed is less. Next, flaps and gears. Flaps हो गए. Next, gears. अगर आप gear डालोगे, drag बढ़ेगा. Drag बढ़ेगा तो stalling speed बढ़ेगी. Next, altitude. Normally, up to certain altitude, stalling speed remain constant. After that, there is a compressibility effect. Air starts getting compressed. So, with increase in altitude, Vs initially constant, then increases due to compressibility. हाँ, next आपका rain. Again, rain, frost, ice, they are all contamination. So any kind of contamination will increase your stalling speed. Apart from that, anything is left out? हाँ, area, camber, thickness. If your area is more, your camber is more, your thickness is more, means CL max will increase. If your CL max increases, Vs will reduce. So these are the factors which affect your stalling speed.